me just say, out of all the types of different businesses that I help with, Amazon is by far the hottest one. There's so many people that are jumping on, and that's for good reasons, because it's working out great. I see a lot of success with it. So if you're in this niche, great for you, good for you. I think you're definitely in front of that, where it's where it's going. Essentially, you have to figure out exactly what Amazon requires. So every country is different. Every country has their own requirements. There are some countries where it's much easier for you to set up a US business, and there are some that are not. So first thing I would do is contact Amazon support, their seller program, and see exactly what they require. Tell them exactly who you are and what you're trying to do, and they'll tell you exactly what you need. Typically, it comes down to these three things. One is a US registered business, okay? The most common one is an LLC, a limited liability company. That's the one that's the most common, it's the most popular, it's the simplest one to form, also the easiest one to continue maintaining. The reason why you want to have a US LLC is that it makes you essentially a US company. So let's just say if you're working with vendors, wholesalers, or anybody else, or if you're signing contracts, they usually want to work with a US company. Most of these companies that you'll be working with online are US companies themselves. So if they see that you're just Bob Joe from whatever country, they're going to be like, who are you? Like, we don't trust you. So that's like one of the main practical reasons to have a US business, to pretty much have that face of a US business. And then once you have that, you want to make sure to get a tax ID. The tax ID for a business is called an EIN. That's exactly what I mentioned. Yeah,
Yep.
EIN is the business tax ID. So anytime you set up a US business, or even if you have a foreign company and you're working with a US company, they usually require your EIN. That's one of the services I offer. It's just a number that designates who your business is, basically, to the US government. You need to get that. The third one is an ITIN, and ITIN is a personal tax ID only for non-US citizens. So if you're a non-US citizen and if you need to open up a US bank account, or if you need to file taxes, or sometimes Stripe and PayPal also require it, that's what an ITIN is. And those are the services that pretty much I offer. Again, these are all things that entrepreneurs that are looking to start a US business or start an Amazon business, those are the requirements that you need to look for.